I kind of wanted to wait till Christmas break to like really push my brand, but one of the things that's lacking in esports is the connection between mental and physical health in games, right? Is like you look at any other sport, any other competitive sport across the entire country, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball, whether it's hockey, wrestling, literally anything, man, is there's this heavily prioritization behind the health of players, and there's not that in esports. And so it's going to take somebody like me who grew up in esports and understands the moving parts, competitive esports, and understands the dedication, who like is going to go get a medical degree to be like, hey, like let's prioritize this and let's push this agenda onto the esports community to advance within society, right? The only way that esports is going to live up to that professional sports brand is if we act like it, right? Is if us as players take the initiative to say, hey, mental health in esports is an issue. You're spending a lot of time inside. You're not having a lot of human interaction. You know, your physical health might suffer if you're not taking the proper steps. So let's collectively as a whole work towards or strive to better both the mental and the physical health within esports so we can continue to advance it in society. That's literally the only way esports is going to continue to be mainstream. Eventually, esports is going to hit a plateau solely because you're going to have all these doctors coming out explaining and doing like intense studies on how unhealthy of esports lifestyle is. And you're already seeing it in some people. That's some of the research that I'm doing is on seasonal affective disorder, low vitamin D levels, bad circadian rhythm, non-proper sleep patterns, stuff like that, which I am like actively researching to see if gaming is causing that, which I think there's a ton of overwhelming evidence that it is. So no, you don't understand how happy that makes you, man. Like even people just hanging out my stream and, you know, listening to what I have to say and listens to the agendas that I'm, you know, trying to push in esports is the first step. And my goal long term obviously is my education. I want to become a doctor, but like at the end of the day, it has to happen. Like it literally, somebody has to do it. So somebody literally has to do it. And if I'm the person that can get the platform and truly push that, you know, mental health, physical health agenda into the esports community with a driving force of people that are like, hey, you know, I want to see the elongation of esports continue. So I want to get behind, you know, let's be healthy. Let's eat properly. Let's understand how this can affect our body, and like that's something that we can do. It's gonna take more than just me and more than just my community. It's a collect. It's people like Ninja, man. It's people like. One of the things I want to do in the future is I want to do panels with big streamers like Ninja, Dakotas, Tim the Tap Man, literally anybody in esports with a large platform, and explain and just get the ideas, or at least start to at least get it in people's heads, whether they agree with it or not, or whether they want to acknowledge it or not. It has to be done. It literally has to be done at some point, and it's gonna take that. It has to happen at some point, and that's kind of my goal within the next year or two. I need somebody has to organize these panels, and somebody has to get somebody like me who is actively studying to become a doctor, a medical professional, but isn't some outsider that never competed at a high level in esports or never had the drive or the understanding behind the structure and the competitive integrity within competitive esports. There's doctors out there. I follow a couple on Instagram that are, you know, esports based, that talk about like, you know, mouse, how you're supposed to hold your mouse, and different ligaments that can get stressed in your wrist and whatnot. But they're esports fanatics, man. They like esports, but there's not a single doctor or medical professional that has the competitive background and understanding that I have. And I think that's going to become very valuable in the near future as I keep pushing my brand and my agenda. So I just want to take a second to kind of talk about that. T-Dog, that I really appreciate the donation. I think I don't even really know how to describe it, man. It's so heartwarming, and it's so amazing to know that what I'm doing or what I'm trying to do in esports is getting recognized. I've known for a long time, although I try to compete in Valorant, I try to compete in Fortnite, I've known for a long time this is what like I wanted to do. So, all right, I gotta get back to my paper boys, but I appreciate you, T-Dog. Clem has been talking for too long, dude. I haven't talked to you.